welcome to the next project. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. This is episode 8 of my unofficial entry into the Great Guitar Build-Off, and everybody knows I'm officially late. I didn't get done on time, but I'm not quitting. I'm going to get it done. I was hoping to finish it by now, but it's probably going to be another week yet because I've been busy with my day job. In this episode, a lot's going to happen, and it's all going to be in high speed, fast motion.
So here's a rundown. Going to be radiusing the fret wire, cutting the fret sections, each fret, cutting the fret tang, and nip those off even when I don't use binding. I cut them back just a little bit so you don't see them at the edge of the fingerboard. I will cut pressing the frets, so you don't have to press them.
And to wrap things up, I'm going to sand the body to a final finish of a dull luster. All pretty exciting. So let's start the next project. Time for the fretwork. I'm using fast cap fret nippers here. This is an old pair. This is like a 4-year-old pair, and they work really well. This is a fret nipper or tang nipper, which actually is a case nibbler. You can buy on Amazon for about $12, and I'll do a video on converting a $12 case nibbler into a fret tang nipper. I'll do that pretty soon. Anyway, just cut and nip and cut and nip and cut and nip. Adding a slight V to each of the fret slots just to allow for ease of fret installation, and if this neck will ever need a refret, hopefully it will lessen the amount of tear out in this roasted maple. This wood is a little bit harder due to the baking of it than just a regular hard maple neck would be, or fingerboard would be, and I'm just hoping to minimize any future damage from fretwork. Here I'm snipping the ends off flush and following that up by a good flat file, giving them a bit of an angle, and this neck is ready for the next step. Yep, I'm one of those people who will take the time to tape off the fingerboard. I know some people don't, and that's cool. You know, everybody does things their own way. I'd prefer to be safe than sorry, and I'm sorry about a lot of things, so I really don't need to add a scuffed up fingerboard to that list. Here I'm using the marker trick, and I'm using the precision contractor level that's been cut down as my sanding beam. And moving right along, now I am doing crowning using, in this case, I'm using a diamond cut fret file. I typically use a 1/4 round file, which is very aggressive, and these frets really didn't need much attention, so I opted just to go with a diamond file just to round the tops over a little bit. And overall it went really well. The diamond files, you do need to clean them quite regularly because they plug up pretty fast. Trying something different for about the 3rd time, I think it is, 4th time. I have a small block that's wrapped in a firm vinyl, and that block then has different grades of sandpaper on it that I run the length of the fretboard. So the sandpaper contacts the leading edge of the fret, depending on which way the block is moving, and that does the initial dressing. And I followed up with a final dressing, the hand sandpaper using 2000 grit, rubbing each fret side to side. And then on to buffing, and I just use a Dremel tool with I believe it's a little wool pad. I bought a pack of 100 of them for like $10 or something like that. And I use Mother's Mag Polish. Mag Polish is just aluminum rim polishing compound. And it does a really great job. This is a chemical treating process called InstaBlack 333. I'll put a link to the the product. This is a sample kit that I got a couple years ago, and I just use it on small parts. It works pretty well. It has a cleaning solution, then an etching solution, which the part is in right now, which will turn it just a uniform gray. Then on to the 333 tank right there, which actually is what turns it black, and you can see it going black. And then that gets rinsed again, just using fresh cold water to rinse it. And then this is like a final, that's kind of an oily coating. And you let it drip dry and you're done. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I'm willing to drill holes in the wrong place, and I've done it before and I'll do it again. But today I am measuring 3 times and giving signals to the pitcher, really going to confuse things a little bit, and getting ready to go to the drill press and drill holes for the post bushings, which will get pressed into the body. Get to the drill press, I use a Forstner bit to start with, and only cut about 1/16 of an inch, maybe not even that, into the body, and that's just to get a good clean cut without splitting the wood or tearing the wood. Then I move on to a brad point bit and finish up my drilling with a standard drill bit that is just a little undersized, a little under what the bushing size is. I'm using a brass rod as a drill bit to drill the ground hole from a bushing post hole to the control cavity hole, and also soaking the bushing cavities with some CA to make them nice and tough. And I set them just a hair deeper than the surface of the body. Used a socket to get that extra reach in, and then a quick test fit here, and I can get the bridge right down on the deck. It's looking good. I'm just doing a final sanding of the clear grain sealer filler product that I used. This is going to be my final finish. It'll just be a matte, sanded back to 800 grit dull finish. For now, maybe in the future I'll do something else with this guitar and body. I don't know. I kind of like the look of it. I thought about doing a black burst edge around it to hide the quarter sawn look of the grain, but I don't know. It's good enough for now. If you have watched any of my videos, you know that I am always looking to try things differently, always looking for a challenge or creating a challenge for myself. But I'm always trying to learn something new. In this, I'm testing pickups in different ways and documenting everything, always trying to learn. And in the spirit of experimentation and trying new things, this is new to me. I've read about it and seen some videos of people actually shielding the pickups themselves, not just the cavities, but actually going in and shielding the pickup. Here I've added a ground wire to all of the pole pieces, and that is followed up by using some adhesive back copper shielding tape to basically encapsulate, that's probably the wrong word, but wrap, there we go. Wrap the pickup bobbin and assembly in a shielding material. And then the pickup cover slides right back over this, and no one will ever know.